Hello everyone, it's Graham from Lakeside, and as you can see, I'm getting on rather well with the modules. It's been okay actually. I timed myself doing one module, and it takes about 1 hour 45 minutes, hour and 3/4 to build a complete module. So that's not too bad now, because I'm getting to know with the dimensions. I don't have to keep measuring now. Or checking the other ones against measurements, so it's getting that little bit quicker. So I've built 3. This one here is a standard module, which I've just turned this way to do the corner, and then butted it up, the second one up to it, and then butted the third one up against the second one, and I should continue doing that all the way around. So I'm now going to be starting to make the 4th module, which will run across the back there up to the corner, and then I will infill a custom module to bridge the gap, because Sod's Law says that I won't be able to get this edge up to the wall behind the camera. So I will build one against the wall and then make the infill, very similar to what I've done here at that end. What else? So the adjustable feet have come. I will show you those later. And I've just put a piece of track down. One thing which is getting very apparent now is that I'm starting to clear the room as I go on, and I'm now getting my racks underneath here, storage racks, and it's worked out well, because the height I wanted was the working height for me comfortably, and as you can see I can get over here and do any fiddle and farting around I want to, no problems. But I wanted it high enough so that I could get the storage racks underneath, which they are, they fit perfectly. So that's that. So underneath here I've got a whole load of the boxes which will push to one side. So as I'm going round, I'm gradually clearing the room, which is really nice. And I can walk along up and down here, absolutely no problem, it's all clear. So yeah, it's going very well. So what I've been doing is I've been making sure, checking, double checking, triple checking before I build the next one, that everything is level, flat and level. So that's level this way. Is the camera picking it up there? Yes it is. So it's leveling it that way and also along the whole length. So I've got a 2 metre Stanley level there, and that is absolutely spot on. So the test, which is what I kept doing, was putting a piece of track down and putting a coach on, which is fairly freewheeling. And what should happen is that it should stay there. It shouldn't run off in either direction because of a tilt. Perfect. Now that didn't happen on the previous Lakeside. You probably weren't aware of it, but on where the side where the platforms were, there was a slope going down. So if I put a coach on, for instance in the platform area, I'll put it on the track, let go to put me up, and this one will roll off down the hill. So it wasn't even level. So I've made sure this time that the baseboards are flat and level, both that way and that way. It sounds obvious, doesn't it? But again, it's another one of those things where I thought, oh yeah, that looks about level when I did the first one, but it wasn't. So I'm really making sure that before I bolt up and fasten things down permanently, I'm leveling it off, that it's all flat. So yeah, I've just got the old platform out just to give me the idea. I've got a little track going. This won't be over this side, that it'll be over that side. Likewise with these, I've just picked them off the floor, the hills and landscaping, just so they're not in the way anymore. I can rest them up there, that's not an issue. I've finished with this area now, and if I do need to go back on it, then I can just take them off. But that's why they're there really, is just to get them out of the way. So I will move the camera and I'll show you the adjustable legs and the fasteners I've used to fasten the modules together. So I'll just move the camera, bear with me, I'll try not to move it too quickly. Now, a chap called David Fiddler commented on me. Let's take it off zoom. He commented on the last video I did, and thank you so much for all the various comments on that video. It was absolutely tremendous. I had a whole load of them. Took me ages to reply to them all, but eventually I got there. So thank you for those, and keep the comments coming. Yeah, David was saying that I was putting 4 legs, if you can see here, I was putting 4 legs on each corner of the modules, and he said, well, he has got an exhibition layout, and really, you know, this is kind of an exhibition layout because it is all modular. But what he does, he puts 2 legs on, and then he mounts this front edge here. He mounts that directly to the one which has got the rear legs on, if that makes sense. So it does away with 2 legs and obviously 2 adjustable feet. And I've bolted it in 3 places, there, there and there. Oh, I can take that off now, I don't need it. So I've bolted it with these. So it's just a captive nut here which bites into the timber on one side and a bolt the other side. I will take each one out again because I need to get some washers. I thought I had some washers for this side, but I want to spread the load with a washer rather than just the head biting up to the timber. So I need to get some washers and just take each bolt out individually and replace it again. So that's what I've used to join the modules together, and the adjustable feet are these. Now I got these from Amazon, and if you go on Amazon's website and just type in adjustable feet, there's a raft of different versions you can get, but I chose these for 2 reasons really. One was the nicely loose foot at the bottom, it's not kind of stiff and it revolves around, and there's a thread here and a clearance hole here, and at the top is an adjuster for a screwdriver. So what I've been doing is I've been putting them on about that size left for adjustment. So I've got that much to either go up or down as a starting point, and to be honest with you, they haven't varied that much. And then you've got 4 holes that side which you screw to the legs. So in effect it looks like that. So you screw them on and adjust them accordingly. What they didn't do, which I thought it should have, is a locking nut just here. So I put on some M10 nuts so that I can, once I'm happy with the adjustment, I can then screw that down and lock it up against the top surface of the adjustable foot. So how do they look when done? There's one there. So as you can see, the foot is off the deck by about 10 mil ish, and then I've adjusted it accordingly and then locked it into position with the M10 nut on the top.
Now you don't have to, but because this is a clearance hole here, a threaded hole here and a clearance hole here, this thread here can flop about in that clearance hole, but with a lock nut on the top it's firm, you can't move it. So very successful. I'm very pleased with those. I got 16, I think it was. There's 4 in a pack and I've got 4 packs, so that's 16 feet. I'll probably have to get another couple of packs before I'm finished, but I didn't want to get the whole lot just in case I wasn't happy with them, but these are fine. Very, very pleased with them. So as I say, you can get these from Amazon. And all the other bolt fixes and that you can get from B&Q or Homebase or anywhere like that. So this module has only got 2 legs, and it's bolted to the second module here, as I said, through those 3 captive nuts, and it's absolutely plenty strong enough, believe me. It does not move. So that's that. Holes for the wiring, yep, they will be done at a later stage. I'm not going to do those yet because I'm still not sure where I want the cabling to run, so I will add the holes in the cross members at a later stage. Plenty of room in there to get a drill and a bit. I think that is all the questions I had come up which I needed to answer. I've just put a triangular fillet in there on the corner, so that gives me room to bring around any curves and any scenery or anything I want to come this side. I didn't want it just a straight 90-degree shut off like that. I've just put a 45-degree fillet in there. That part I'm going to leave right till last because I don't know yet. It's probably going to go to the length up to that newel post here, but it's probably going to be another module up to here, and then of course there will be the lift out section going across there to meet up with the other modules going across there. But I can't do that until I've got all the way around that side. So my next stage, as I said, is build a module to go across, hitting that wall there, or not hitting it, but flush up against that wall and butting up against this wall, and then I can do an infill piece between there and the next module. That won't be lifted out. If I need to get to that area, which is very few and far between, I can crawl underneath it. So I'm not going to do a lift out section for that. Cross bracing, yes, I will do the cross bracing for these once I've got a few done, probably one side. I will then go back and put diagonal bracing there at the back and one at either end, and then that should then make that absolutely rock steady. But as you can see, that's pretty damn flush going down there. So all in all, a very happy boy, very happy. So it's coming on nicely. I'm going to see if I can get another module built today. If I can, I will show that in position. It's debatable whether I can do that or not, because I know again we are going out this afternoon, so yeah, I don't know whether I'll be able to get that done today, but I've had a good whack on it this week considering it's only Wednesday, and what I had on Sunday, then I haven't done too badly. If I go from this side, I'll show you the idea. So it's coming on, but obviously, you know, I'll repeat myself, this is only purely for storage. That's not staying there. It will be on the layout, but not in that position. Okay, so I think that's about it for now. So I'll call it a day there, and I'll speak to you again later. So bye for now.